Let me start that recording. All right, we are good to go. And poor Instagram, I think, is just going to have to, they're just going to have to catch it later. Hi, and welcome. This is BroTerra Essential Oils for Dads and Dudes. Again, please forgive the beeping from the smoke detector. I'm super excited about this class because I don't think it's a topic a lot of people talk about all that often. It's one of those things that I think essential oils can get seen as kind of girly or kind of a feminine sort of a thing. And so I'm here to kind of crack into that for you and let you know that my husband uses essential oils and supplements every single day. And no, I do not coerce him or force him to do it. It took him a little while. I'll be completely honest and transparent with you there. In the beginning, when I started my journey, he wasn't really sure, and he had seen that they were working for me, but it wasn't really his thing. And then he just slowly kind of came around after he saw me modeling it, you know, for several months, and then he started using them on his own, and now he has his own little separate essential oil routine, which I think is really cool. And it's actually been a really neat way for us to continue to grow together in our relationship because we've been able to bond over this and try new things and experiment and use different essential oils and talk about it all the time. And he knows it's such a big passion for me. So it's been really, really cool to have as like a member of our family, basically, to be able to invite doTERRA into our home. So I'm really excited to share this with you. If you have any questions at all, please feel free to let me know, and I will do my best to answer them. In the interim, let's go ahead and begin. I'm super excited. Okay, so here's what we're going to be talking about today. We're going to go over a guy's guide to using essential oils, different types of supplements that I suggest. We'll talk very briefly about men's health and maybe some particular topics that might be important to you. And then we'll also be doing a little virtual MakeNTake at the end of our time together today, which is really neat. And also this picture right here is of my hubby, which I just find pretty awesome. Those of you who don't know essential oil style, hopefully you'll come to know her very quickly. She makes the best essential oil swag, and this is one of my favorite photos of all time. It's so awesome. I love being able to see that. And actually, I went today to Google essential oils and guys or something. I was looking for an image, and it was really funny to see my hubby pop up there on like the fifth image on Google. Just kind of a funny little anecdote for you. Okay, all right. So a guy's guide. Oh, I lost the image on this one. Sorry, friends. Anyway, a guy's guide to using essential oils. Here are my top 3 things when it comes to guiding guys, or if you're a guy watching this, when it comes to using your essential oils effectively. So you want to set up a routine. That's going to be really, really important. I think all humans really tend to thrive. We're habit-driven creatures. So we all thrive in a routine, but that especially tends to be true with men, okay? So setting up any kind of a routine, and if you are a woman in a man's life and you're trying to get him to set up a routine, do it together and have it be manageable, right? One of my very favorite thought leaders, Ange Peters, she is beautiful and incredible. She talks about habit stacking, which I think is a really cool thing to start implementing into your life, especially if you're wanting to add additional items into your routine. So for example, a habit that we all have, hopefully, is that you brush your teeth in the morning, right? Maybe you brush them after breakfast or before breakfast, whatever that looks like to you, that's already a habit. So because that habit is already in existence, you can totally just stack another habit on top of that until that one becomes a habit. And then you stack another and another and another until you've got this beautiful blueprint for a life that you've been working to create and all these healthy habits. So for example, one of the things my husband does when it comes to his essential oil routine is he takes copaiba every single day under the tongue with frankincense. And because he brushes his teeth every morning before he leaves for work, we just have his little bottle of frankincense and copaiba next to the toothbrush. So he brushes his teeth and then he does frankincense and copaiba underneath, right, like that. So habit stacked, easy, done, right? It's totally out in the open. We know exactly where it is, and he's been able to kind of cultivate those habits over time, which has been really neat. The other thing I want to stress, of a huge importance, and this is true for everybody, but especially for guys, hashtag easy button, okay? So I don't know about the men in your life, but certainly the man in mine loves it when things are easy. So if I, want him to use an essential oil, or he's asking me a question about something, and it's going to involve many steps, like he's going to have to open a bunch of bottles and mix something together or make himself a roller, all that, it's probably not going to happen. And again, that could just be my guy, and he would have no problem with me sharing that with you. That's just part of his personality. So instead, what we've done is create things for him that are going to be more of that easy button approach, right? So he's got pre-made rollers. We buy a lot of the pre-made doTERRA products already, so that one, I don't have to make them, because hashtag easy button for me too, right? And also so he doesn't have to make them, which is really cool. Also, out of sight, out of mind, okay? So this tends to, again, a lot of this tends to be true for women as well, but I want to focus the conversation today on guys and what tends to be true for most of them. Not all, of course, but most. If something is out of sight, it's out of their mind. They're not thinking about it. You know, there was, maybe you've seen it floating around on the internet, there was a man who was giving a speech on the differences between the way women think and the way men think. And men think in very, you know, boxes, like they've got this row of bookshelves in their brain, and all the bookshelves have little boxes on them. And maybe one box is fishing, and one box is sports ball, and one box is the wife, and one box is the kids, or whatever. If that box isn't open and sitting on a table and they're in it, they're not looking at it. Basically was the kind of the concept there. Whereas women's brains were like a crazy ball of just like a network, and there's electrical currents running everywhere. We've got 10,000 browser tabs open on our computer all the time, right? Sometimes literally. And so kind of using that to our advantage when it comes to helping our guys to set up routines and using these essential oils and products is to keep them in sight, so they're in top of mind, right? So for example, one of the things we do is we have our supplement container, and it lives permanently on the kitchen counter. Keep in mind, we live in an RV, so I have a very, very small amount of space. So, you know, the excuse of like, I don't have room on my countertop for my supplement organizer, it's not gonna work with me because I live in 200 square feet, I have one kitchen island, and we prioritize the things that are important to us. So we've prioritized physical and emotional space for that container of supplements, because one, it's just high vibe, right? Every time I look at it, I think to myself, wow, I'm so proud of us because we're taking care of ourselves from the inside out. Two, because it's out there in the open and on the counter, we're both taking them, and especially my husband. We tried for a while. I had like a pill case for him, and I would fill them once a week and stick them in his backpack, and he wasn't taking them. Even though he was at work, he would have to go in and remember to pull out the case and take the supplements. Like, it just wasn't working. So now that we have our supplement organizer, which in all honesty, I can post a picture below this video when we finish, it's just a plastic tackle box that I bought at the Container Store. Nothing fancy, right? A craft organizer might work for you too. Like, keep it simple. Go on Amazon, see what you can find. And I put the stickers on there so we know exactly what all of that is, but we just have it out there. And so every morning before he goes to work, he just opens it. He knows what he takes. He puts them all in the palm of his hand, and he's incredible. He can take like a whole bunch of pills and capsules all at once. He just throws them in there down the hatch, and then he's good to go. So just kind of keep that on the back burner of your brain as you're trying to set up these routines, that if it's out of sight, it's probably out of mind, and it's probably not going to happen for your guys, and maybe even for you. Maybe there's a lesson in here for you as well. Okay, some dude favorites. So these have come from my husband and also talking to some of my leaders and their husband's favorites. Just some things that I typically find that a lot of guys are really drawn to, and you'll notice that a lot of these fit into that easy button and out of sight, or in sight, top of mind, top of kind of a thing. So copaiba, especially in the soft gels, is incredible. I won't get into detail on all these essential oils in this class today and what they'll do, but I do have some basic usage information here for you in case you're new to essential oils or new to some of these products. Copaiba in the soft gel form is the easiest thing to do because they don't have to worry about dropping it under the tongue. Like I said, my husband does take it sublingually with the dropper, but he also has copaiba soft gels that he keeps in his tool bag at work in case he's got occasional inflammation, or maybe the central nervous system needs a little support, he's feeling kind of nervous or stressed out. Taking a copaiba soft gel is super easy. If you don't know copaiba yet, or you want to learn more about the differences between copaiba and CBD, let me know, because I have actually been feeling really called to do a class on that, and I think that might be really fun. So if there's interest, I'll definitely get that on the calendar. Deep Blue Rub, again, easy button. It's already pre-diluted. It's already in a lotion base. Guys already know what to do with lotion. There isn't this whole explanation of like, okay, honey, you're gonna put a drop of oil in your palm, and you're gonna add some coconut oil, and you're gonna mix it around, and that's not happening, right? So instead, it's a lotion. We all know how to use lotion. Just remind them that a little bit goes a long way. This is for any kind of muscle tension or joint support that they might need, any kind of discomfort that they're feeling in the body. My other word to the wise when it comes to guys and using Deep Blue Rub is please, 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 please encourage them to use, to wash their hands very thoroughly after they've applied Deep Blue Rub, especially before they go to the restroom. Okay, Deep Blue Rub is very tingly, and my husband has been on the negative side of that, forgetting to wash his hands before using the restroom after applying Deep Blue, and it was interesting. So just remind them to wash their hands before they use the restroom, before they touch anything sensitive. Okay, Digestin tabs. I don't think this is a product that a lot of people talk about in the doTERRA universe, and I'm putting it out there that I promise to start talking about it more because they're incredible. Digest Zen is a proprietary essential oil blend that doTERRA has created for digestive support. And they've actually added it to these cool little tabs, almost like something that you would take over the counter for upset stomach, or maybe you feel like things are kind of backing up on you, or you ate something spicy and you've got kind of that like burning, tingling kind of feeling. It's really uncomfortable. Pregnant mamas, you know, I've heard that this is a common issue for a lot of you as well. So Digest Zen tabs are actually probably my husband's most used doTERRA product other than Deep Blue, which I find really interesting. He loves them. He keeps one in the truck, one in his tool bag. We've got one in our medicine cabinet, and I always have a backup because they are his favorite thing ever. We eat very clean, but because we now are in the state where we're feeling healthy all the time, we don't have digestive discomfort. When he does, he's a big dang baby about it. And so keeping digest tabs around have been really helpful for both of us, but especially for him. I will warn you, they don't taste great. I get a lot of complaints about that, the taste is really strong. But again, here's the thing, you have to remember that this is plant medicine, okay? So if it works, I'd say you just get over the taste, and it goes away pretty quickly. But again, that's just my personal opinion to it. It's like you need to get it in your body because you know it's gonna help you. So just kind of grin and bear it, right? And some people really love the taste of it. If you like the taste of black licorice, then this won't be a problem for you. It is pretty intense, but they work almost instantly. They're really great. Okay, and then On Guard Hand Mist is another big one. My husband keeps this one, again, in his tool bag, in the truck. This is a non-toxic form of hand sanitizer. It's got the On Guard blend in it, which is really great for immune support. It smells like Christmas or fall, I've heard some people say. It's got cinnamon and orange and clove. It's really yummy. Works really well. My husband even uses this to clean like his apple before he eats it. That's the beauty of using a product that is non-toxic, is if you happen to ingest it, then you're totally fine. Would you clean an apple with your Purell or something like that and then eat it? Absolutely not. Heck no, right? So having this kind of everywhere in your life is really important. I've been known to spray down like grocery cart handles with this. I take it to Disneyland. Anywhere we're going to be with a lot of people who are touching all the things, I definitely always have my On Guard Hand Mist on me. So that's another favorite. And it comes, again, hashtag easy button, comes in a super convenient little sprayer. You don't have to make it. They don't have to make it. It's done. Easy button. Okay, here are some other favorites in terms of oils. Breathe, really good for maintaining clear airways, especially if you're a guy or you have a guy who likes to work out or is running around a lot or maybe has some seasonal issues, right? Definitely use that. Lemongrass is probably my, well, not probably, he just told me like this morning when I texted him, hey, what's your favorite doTERRA oil? Lemongrass is my husband's favorite smell. Incidentally, it's actually an aphrodisiac, so file that away. But lemongrass is a really, it's earthy, but it's also bright at the same time, so he loves it in the diffuser. It's also really great for muscle tension. So one of his favorite things to do is apply Deep Blue Rub and then do a drop or two of lemongrass and kind of layer and apply that over the top. Lately, he's been having some issues with his forearms, just being really sore. He's doing a lot of like fine motor manipulation in his job right now for 12 hours, like out in the heat. So he's having a lot of tension throughout here, his tendons and things in his forearms. So he's been really rubbing it, giving himself a good massage with the Deep Blue Rub, and then adding lemongrass to that topically as well. On Guard, again, a big favorite for immune support. It's also one of my husband's favorites in the diffuser. He really likes the way that it smells. And then he's been known to take it internally as well. So I particularly love On Guard in this form, like in the bottle form, because it's so versatile. You can make your cleaning products with it. You can add it to some water in a shot glass, take it like a shot if you're feeling something coming on, add it to the soles of the feet, throw it in your diffuser. Like, it's probably one of the most versatile essential oils out there, which is why I like it in this form. However, there's an entire On Guard line. On Guard detergent, On Guard hand wash. There's all kinds of On Guard products if you were looking for that true hashtag easy button too for your guys. And then, interestingly enough, again, this is all from my husband and from other guys that I've talked to, lime is a big favorite with guys. And when I asked my husband last night, I said, why lime? Like, why is that one on the, I asked him to give me his top 5 favorite essential oils. And he goes, well, I love it in the diffuser. Anytime you pair it, I can always tell it. And I add it to my beer. And now I'm a little bit more aware of why we go through lime so often. I was wondering, like, man, I smoke I'm out of lime a lot, but he throws it in the car diffuser. He likes the way that it smells. He really likes it with Breathe. And then he adds it to his beer instead of having like a fresh lime, which I think is really cool. And then I add it to like sparkling water to make a little magnesium mocktail, things like that. So there's another little fun fact. Maybe you could use wild orange instead of an actual orange if you were using or drinking like a, like a Blue Moon, right? You use oranges with Blue Moons, I think. Anyway, so lime, diffuse it, and add to beer. Okay, and then finally I have 4 more of these dude favorites. Balance is a big one. I really like Balance. Actually, you can get it for free this month, which is pretty cool. Balance works really well as like a natural cologne. So it's not super floral. It's a little bit more musky, earthy kind of smelling, and it's also really great for any kind of feelings of stress or anxiousness. So for this, it comes pre-diluted in this in the oil bottle, so you could just have your guys apply it directly to the skin anywhere. It's going to be safe for their skin for topical use. You can throw this in the diffuser. Just remember that it has coconut oil in it, so you're going to want to make sure you clean your diffuser out really, really well after diffusing. Otherwise, the coconut oil is going to gunk up the mechanism of your diffuser, and then you're going to be sad because it's going to stop working. So just be careful with that. But my husband also likes to use this one as like a natural cologne. And you can use it too, ladies, as a natural perfume, which is cool. Melaleuca, and more specifically Melaleuca or tea tree in the touch roller. It made it to the favorite list, and this one you could totally apply straight. Again, it's diluted, hashtag easy button, right? Diluted, apply it to the throat, especially if you have anything kind of coming on. Also a really good one for razor burn, ingrown hairs, any kind of skin issues going on. Maybe to get a little pimple. My husband, again, he's been working in the heat, so he wears a hard hat at work. He's an electrician, so he's got like a little band that goes here, and he sweats, right? And so naturally you're going to have some more oil and greasy kind of build up there. So he's got a couple little pimples that have been popping up, and he keeps this Melaleuca touch in his backpack, in his tool bag at work. So he just applies it right on there straight. Also good for any kind of sore throat. And then you can also apply it to feet if you're having kind of a funky feet day. And then side note, can also be really helpful for any kind of like jock itch or funky stuff in that area, because it's pre-diluted, so it's going to be safe enough to apply topically and you won't have to worry about it. Petitgrain. Petitgrain is known as manly lavender. When this essential oil first got released, I thought that seems really strange. Like, how can you have a manly lavender? Because lavender to me is very floral. Petitgrain has a lot of the same properties of lavender, but it does not smell floral at all. It almost smells more like a lemongrass-y to me, kind of. It's different than lemongrass, but it's almost more of that like citrus herb aromatic profile than it is the floral of the lavender. So we really like this one in the diffuser. It's one of my husband's favorite when he's having a hard time sleeping. Really good for diffusing in like the car, in your house if feelings of anxiousness are really high. So if you don't have Petitgrain in your collection yet, definitely add it. It's also one of my favorites to add to a bath. So you could add it to Epsom salts, or for us, because I don't get a bath all that often living in an RV, doing a foot soak with some Epsom salts, baking soda, and Petitgrain can be super relaxing, and your guys aren't going to feel like they're being super girly or that it's overtly floral. And then digestin, and again, more specifically in the touch form, to be applied topically for any kind of stomach upset. So I highly recommend the Digest tabs. Those are going to be, round that you'll eat them and get them in internally. And then the digestin and the touch, they can literally just screw off the top, rub it on their tummies, and be done if they have any kind of stomach upset. So those are the favorites of all the ones that I collected from a lot of guys I spoke with. I'm seeing some other things come through. So Cypress and Lang Lang are 2 favorites of one of our oilers. And that's interesting because if you go back and catch my class, those of you who are on my essential oil team in our private group, so we have 2 groups. We have this one here that's public, and then we have our private group. In our private group back in February, I taught a class on sense and sensuality. And we talk a lot about Cypress and Lang Lang, both of them being really great for libido and for increasing blood flow. So there's that. take what you will out of that. But I found it pretty interesting, so I love that. Okay, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't talk to you all about supplements. I could probably go on and on and on about all the different types of supplements that are out there. I think it's important to just kind of have a quick conversation with you, because I get this a lot. Well, we eat really clean. Why do I have to supplement? Or my husband eats really well. He shouldn't have to take any supplements. That's simply not true. Actually, in fact, if you look at the RDI, the recommended daily intake for different minerals and vitamins and things like that, that's just what human beings need to survive. Okay, so you need your X number of milligrams of vitamin C or whatever every single day to survive, to give your body what it needs. Now, if you want to be thriving, you absolutely must be supplementing. And I would also argue that we've just depleted the quality of our soil over the last, several centuries. And even if you are, eating all organic, you're eating mostly plant-based, you're knowing exactly where your meat comes from, you're trying really hard to eat clean, there's still going to be some gaps. I think you could totally get all the supplements you need from food, but it would be a full-time job and you would literally have to eat all day long. And, that would just be really difficult, and you'd pack on the calories. So supplementing is huge. The Lifelong Vitality, which this is a picture of my husband, he's holding there. Those are his cornerstone of his wellness and mine as well. They're incredible. Again, I have an entire class just dedicated to the Lifelong Vitality Pack. So if you're wanting to learn more, you can search for that class or reach out to me. I'd be happy to schedule a wellness consultation with you and talk about that. PBS This is our probiotic. Again, really important for all of us to be taking just to help have really good gut flora and making sure that we're having the balance of good and bad bacteria going on in our gut, because so much of what we do is housed in our gut. In fact, I have an entire class on that as well. Essential oils for digestive health you can find here in this group or over on my YouTube channel at The Wholesome Nomad. Terrazyme is our digestive enzymes. Again, more on that in that class, but really great for maximizing absorption and breaking down your food, especially if you tend to eat later at night. I speak to a lot of people who don't get home from work until 6 or 7. So by the time they're eating, it's 8 or 9 o'clock, and then they're in bed by 10:30 or 11. There's simply not enough time for your body to digest all of that food in that amount of time. So you're going to bed and there's still food sitting in your stomach. And when we're sleeping, everything slows down. Our digestive process slows down. We're not producing as many enzymes. And so what can happen is you actually have food that's just lingering in your gut overnight, which is not great. We want to make sure we're clearing as much of that out as possible. So taking your Terrazyme can be really helpful with that. Mito2 Max is one of my husband's favorite supplements. It is a natural energy supplement. So there's nothing synthetic in it. It's not going to be like a 5-hour energy. So you're not going to feel this crazy like boost and then a crash, right? But instead it's called Mito2 Max, the mito standing for mitochondria. So it's actually going to help to support the mitochondria in your cells, and mitochondria is what creates energy. I would not recommend taking these after like 3 p.m. unless you're working night shift, because you're going to have a lot of energy, which is great. You'll feel good, but then you might struggle to fall asleep in the evening. But this might be something you take in the morning with your supplements, or maybe during that kind of like late morning, early afternoon slump. You could totally take 1 or 2, however many you need. But it's just going to really help to give your body that kind of natural energy boost. The Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex, this is similar to Deep Blue in that it's going to be really great to reduce inflammation and helping ease tension, especially muscle tension and any kind of discomfort. And it also has other things in there like turmeric and some other different vitamins and minerals, so we really supportive for the body as a whole. Interestingly enough, I give my dog a Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex every day. She's 16 and she's getting really old. Her hips are really sore. And so I add that to her food. It's a capsule. You can open it up and crack it. But my husband broke his back many, many years ago, and he's also a former Marine, and he's an electrician. So he has put his body through the ringer. He's kind of a fitness junkie and enjoys running and weightlifting and doing all the things. And so having this kind of daily support is really helpful. He takes one every single day, almost as like an inflammation preventative. And then he will take, a couple at a time if he's having an acute issue. So for example, last night he came home and his knees were really sore. He was on them all day. So I gave him 2 more and he took them almost like you would an over-the-counter pain reliever. And within about 20, 30 minutes, he was starting to feel much, much better. So grateful for these tools. Lastly, DDR Prime is on that list. This is our cellular complex. It is incredible. I apply it topically to my spine every day. And there's a lot of people out there who take it internally for various things. I really like it for guys, especially because it's going to have a lot of important essential oils for prostate and hormone health, especially for guys. So if you're a guy, or if you are a guy who struggles in this area, this might be something that you want to look at taking. It has a bunch of really incredible oils in there. And it's already, again, #easy button. It's already in a soft gel for you. You can buy it in just the oil form, but my hubby takes the soft gels because it's easier. Okay, some quick men's health tips. So I got all this information out of the back of the Essential Life book. If you do not have an Essential Life book, please feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to show you how to get it. If you are a member of our doTERRA team, or soon to be a member of our doTERRA team, I'd be happy to send out that book to you for free when you get started using your essential oils. It is like the oil Bible. It's incredible. There's an entire men's health section towards the back of this book. So if you have the Essential Life book and you've not kind of dove towards the back where it's broken down by body system, I highly recommend that you do so, because I think you'll really find that there's a lot of really targeted recipes and really good information back there. Candace, I know I love this picture too. So those of you who are doTERRA members with me will appreciate this, this graphic. Last year at doTERRA's convention, it's a time when we all get together and 30,000 happy, oily people. We learn all the things. It's so much fun. Hugh Jackman was our guest speaker, and he performed for us and talked about how he uses doTERRA essential oils. And so I thought this graphic was just really funny, because you want to talk about a manly man, like, love me some Hugh Jackman. Okay, I digress. Prostate health, again, DDR prime, juniper berry, frankincense, balance, endocrine. You can read this. I just wanted to throw up a couple ideas for you. Inflammation is a big, big thing for a lot of guys that I speak to. So again, copaiba, deep blue, Frankie, libido. And, you know, just another reminder, I do have a class all on this, on using essential oils in the bedroom. Clary sage, lang lang, you want to look at those florals and anything that's going to be warming or increase blood flow for libido. And then hair loss, because I asked my husband, I said, well, what are a few things that, you know, you worry about as a guy? And he was like, can you regrow this? I don't know about regrowing hair, but definitely delaying some of the hair loss can be really assisted by using some of these oils. I would honestly add them to shampoo. doTERRA has an amazing shampoo you could add them to, or you could even make a serum and do like a scalp massage a couple times a week with some of these oils. That might be really supportive as well. Hugh Jackman doesn't seem to struggle with hair loss. Okay, we are going to make some stuff. I'm really excited. So if you are watching this and you weren't going to do the make and take with us, feel free to hop off if you'd like. Actually, let's do this first. Let me wrap up with a couple things and we'll go back. So for those of you who are brand new to doTERRA, you're not yet a wholesale customer, I just wanted to give you a couple pieces of information for this month. So this is my favorite new beginner's kit that just came out. It's called the Daily Habits Kit, and it's actually an additional 20% off through the 27th of this month. So as a doTERRA customer, you save 25% on everything, and then this kit is an additional 20% off on top of that, both for new customers and existing customers this month. This would be like, if I had a guy in my life who wanted to get started with oils but wasn't quite sure where to start, this would be the thing that I would give them. Like here, you got some supplements, you got Deep Blue Rub, you got 5 oils that you can do so much with. So this is a big one. This is probably my second most popular among the guys. This has the top 10 oils that are going to take care of like 80% of your daily health needs, plus a diffuser, so a really good place to begin. You can also just pay a $35 wholesale access pass fee, which gives you the 25% off anything you choose to purchase at doTERRA, and kind of build your own kit. So say, for example, you just wanted to get your guy maybe started on some supplements and a couple of oils, you could totally build your own kit a la carte if that resonates more strongly with you. So either way, let me know if you resonate with me and you are looking for a place to land in a community. I would be happy to support you and honored also to support you and the guys in your life. And then if that's not me, that's cool too, but now at least you have the information and you have some tools and you're empowered a little bit more to go out there and know what to ask for. Last but not least, there's some awesome promotions going on in the month of June. This entire month, the On Guard Cleaner Concentrate, #easy button, is 15% off. It's my favorite cleaner concentrate out there. It's incredible. Summer Savory is a brand new essential oil we can't actually purchase yet, but those of you who are existing doTERRA customers can snag it for free when you order in the next 2 days. And then any $200 order, whether you're an existing customer or not yet, any $200 order this month also gets you 3 of my favorite tension taming oils for free: Balance, Past Tense, and Aroma Touch. I know we only talked about one of those today, but you can follow me over on Facebook and watch the video I did on June 1st to learn a little bit more all about those oils if you'd like. Okay, back up to the Make and Take. So again, if you are here watching and you aren't prepared to do the Make and Take, feel free to continue watching, or you can feel free to hop off. If you're catching the replay, hopefully you have all of your materials. If not, and you need to pause me, and then come back so that you can make the stuff with us. The first thing we're gonna make is a beard oil. I just upcycled an old doTERRA bottle. So all I did was boil it. You know, I took the cap off, and then I just boiled these bottles in some hot water with a drop of lemon, and it cleans them up really well. The label peels right off, and it doesn't smell like anything, which is awesome. So you can totally upcycle this. Reduce, reuse, recycle, right? And then I just bought a dropper top off of Share Oils, which was really nice. So, oh, it's a little wonky. I'll fix it. Anyway, we're gonna make our beard oil / facial serum. If your guys don't have beards, you could totally use this as an aftershave or facial serum in this little upcycled bottle here. So we're gonna use lavender, melaleuca, and cedarwood. And this is you know, a 15 milliliter bottle. I would probably use 5 to 7 drops of each. That's just kind of my rule of thumb with just about anything, honestly. And I don't really measure. I'm not one of those. But I find that 5 to 7 drops, it's gonna get the job done. It's gonna still stretch your oils quite a bit. And you're not going to run the risk of any kind of skin sensitivity because you don't have any crazy hot oils in there. So again, 5 to 7 drops of those 3 oils: lavender, melaleuca, and cedarwood. Oh, it smells so good in here already. And I would argue that you could totally take this same serum and add it to your hair, add it to your face. All these are really good healing oils. Okay, and then for our carriers for this one, I chose jojoba seed oil and fractionated coconut oil. If you are new to fractionated coconut oil, I'm about to change your life. It is incredible. It is non-greasy, it doesn't stain, it has no odor, no color. It is the best oil, hands down, for carrying your essential oils. It's really inexpensive, and it stays liquid all year long, which is great. It just has the fat removed from it. So I really also like it for skin. It's very moisturizing without being greasy. Jojoba, on the other hand, it actually has, it mirrors the pH of your skin when you apply it topically. So it's really, really good for skin serums or beard oils. I actually have a whole YouTube series out right now on different essential oils for skincare, and jojoba is one of my favorite carriers for that. And again, I just buy all this stuff on Amazon, guys, like to make it easy for yourself. So I'm gonna fill it up about 1/3 of the way with jojoba oil. Jojoba is gonna be thicker. Okay, so it's gonna be a little heavier, which is why I would do about 1/3 jojoba and then 2/3 fractionated coconut oil, so it's not super duper greasy. Unless your guy happens to have really dry skin or you live in a really dry climate, then you might want to add a little bit more jojoba. Whoops, I'm making a huge mess. What can you do? Okay, top it off with fractionated coconut oil. I think coconut oil can also be used as wood conditioner because I've got it all over the table here in our co-working space. And voila, there you have it. A really yummy beard oil / facial serum. So again, for use, I would just have them drop, you know, I don't know, 5 or so drops into the palm of their hand and then massage and apply into the skin. This would also be really good, I think, after sun. So if they've been out in the sun for too long and they need a little bit of skin help, that would be a really good one. Cool. Okay, next up we have our ready-made diffuser blend. This is one of my favorite things to do. Again, I just upcycled another bottle. So we're going to add just essential oils in here to be used for the diffuser. So #EasyButton, you can hand this to your guy. Maybe you want to make a Father's Day gift, and it's going to be ready to go. You could even get a cute little label right on there somehow, do something fun and crafty. And they're going to be able to just open it and drop a couple drops into their diffuser and not have to worry about it. Because my husband's the same way. If I say, hey, go throw something in the diffuser, he'll pick one oil. But if he wants a blend, he's not going to open 3 different oil bottles and put them all in there and play mad chemist. It's like not his jam. So instead, we just do pre-made, ready-made diffuser blends, which seems to be a big hit. So with this one, I played around with this one a little bit. It's patchouli, Frankie, Siberian fir, and bergamot. Patchouli is really intense. So I would go lighter on this one. So maybe we're going to do, I don't know, 10 drops patchouli. You kind of decide on how patchouli-y you want it to be. It is not one of my husband's favorites, but I find that if I diffuse it with other things in like a blend, then it's much more tolerable for him. Maybe you really like patchouli, in which case feel free to do whatever resonates, but I really like this little blend here. So we got 10 drops patchouli. I'm going to do probably 20 drops of the others. I cannot talk and count at the same time. I wish I could, but it does not seem to be working. Okay, frankincense, Siberian fir, one of my favorites. Although I feel like I say that about a lot of oils. This is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. It's true though. And then bergamot, which I think kind of gets confused as a florally girly oil from time to time, and it's really not. It's citrusy. And it kind of almost has some of these more like manly, more masculine notes to it. Perfect. Okay. All right, put the top on, and there you have it, a ready to go diffuser blend. What you could do too is put like the cap stickers that you would find for the oil bottles, the labels, and put them on the bottle so you know exactly what's in here. And then all your guys have to do is open it up and do, 3 to 4 drops in your diffuser just like you would. Oh, so good. Love it. It smells amazing in here. I wish you all were here. Although if you're making this with me, then it probably smells amazing wherever you're at too. Okay, last but not least, we're going to do a cologne roller. Yes, Stephen, you're so welcome. Hi, I'm so happy you're here. Ready-made diffuser blends. They're the best. Easy button. Okay, so we're going to make a cologne roller. This is a big issue for me because I find like so many guys are on board with supplements and oils and all that, but they're still using some sort of harmful chemical filled cologne or Axe body spray or whatever, my husband included. Okay, I haven't gotten him on the train yet. We're moving the needle one day at a time. Anyway, so this is a really great alternative. It's super simple. Cedarwood, frankincense, Siberian fir, and balance, and then we're gonna top it off with fractionated coconut oil. Again, 5 to 7 drops of each in a 10 milliliter roller I think will be fine. But you choose your own adventure. and make it as intense as you want. I just really like this little blend. Actually, this would be a good diffuser blend too. It's very similar actually to the one we just made in a lot of ways. I need to develop the ability to talk and count simultaneously. Siberian Prayer and Balance. If you wanted to, if the mood strikes, you could add more than 5 to 7 drops of Balance, because again, it's going to be pre-diluted in this bottle. So I'm going to actually add 10 drops of Balance here. Perfect. Okay. Oh, good. All the hubbies enjoying lime in their beer. I love that. Okay, we're going to top it off with fractionated coconut oil. I should have brought my funnel. The next time you're at a craft store, pick up a little metal stainless steel funnel, or, you know, pretty much any material. It'll change your life when it comes to making rollers and things. Okay, we're just going to pop the roller insert on the top there. And there you have it. Oh, so good. So you guys would apply this, or you gentlemen, if you're watching, anywhere you would normally apply cologne, right? So it's going to be back of the ears, maybe on the chest, base of the skull, anywhere you'd normally find cologne. You could even do it under the pits, like as a deodorant additive. All right, look at that, y'all. We whipped up just now a beard oil, a ready-made diffuser blend, and a cologne roller. Ta-da! Father's Day in a bundle already done. I love it. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. It was such a pleasure, as always. If you have any questions, I'm going to hang out here for just a few more seconds and flip through this the feed on our Facebook group. But if you have any questions and you're catching the replay, just send me a DM. I'd be happy to chat with you. Axe originally was created to be a roach killer, but it wasn't too effective, so it was marketed successfully to guys. Oh my gosh! I had no idea. That's crazy. Gross. Maybe I'm gonna share that with my husband, Steven, and maybe he'll get more onto the natural train, because that's disgusting. Yuck, yuck, yuck. All right. Any other questions? Hi, everyone. Okay, class on copaiba and CBD. It sounds like there is a need for that. So I'll get that on the calendar. Thanks for your feedback. I'll let you know when that's happening, because I think that's a big hot topic issue. All the haters are going to come out, but that's okay, because Team Copaiba all the way. All right, you guys, thank you so much for hanging with me today. I hope you have a beautiful weekend. Happy Father's Day to those of you who are dads or father figures or have them in your life. Hopefully you're all able to love on them a little bit this weekend in some way, shape, or form. And oh, you're just kidding. Oh, I see your smile, your happy faces. Okay, just kidding. Axe was not originally created to be a roach killer. You should know this by now. I'm so gullible. I will literally believe anything you tell me. This is why I have to do copious amounts of research on things, because I am that person who I will literally believe anything that you tell me, especially if I trust you. You're so mean. I love it. Oh gosh. All right, you guys, have a great evening. We'll check in soon. Bye.